What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Always Gaming with another episode of Thronebreaker. Be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Thronebreaker content. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So last time, we had just finished failing to recruit a Witcher, which is highly upsetting. But, you know, whatever. Hopefully we come across him again. If not, then, you know, it is what it is. We can do it without him. I mean, yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Lower the morale a little bit. But we got this piece. Got that card down. Well, alright. Wasn't there like a thing to up my morale somewhere? Yeah, it's right here. So let's go do that first, because why not? I mean, also, let's look at that card. I don't see it. I don't see it. Did I pass it? Did I skim over it by accident? Mamma mia. Oh, there it is. Yeah, exactly what we knew it was gonna be. Anyway. Nice, thanks for the free morale. Alright, let's go back up here, and then we're gonna... Ooh, no, we're gonna go back up here. And now we're gonna move onward. Towards the creature. Evil reverse vampire like creature. I think that the point of interest was somewhere up here in this little corner, but apparently I was wrong.
Caldwell had summoned Nilfgaardian support. Meve assumed they were not far behind. Yet in the unforgiving terrain, a full Nilfgaardian division could not hope to close the gap. Small detachments, however, light cavalry or footmen, could very well do just that. So when black-clad men emerged from the mist, the Queen was not surprised. She ordered her troops to fall in, form up, and brace to defend the line. Yet the attack never came. The invaders stood silent, motionless, and Meve got a closer look. They were slouched, ashen-faced, unsure of step, and covered in sores. Iskith had treated them as cruelly as any. Teetering in his saddle, the commander broke formation. He rode forth and addressed the Queen in fluent common tongue.
Half my men are wounded, the others sick. Your force does not fare much better.
True, yet we outnumber you soundly.
Indeed. If it comes to combat, you are certain to win. But in this damn swamp, all wounds fester. Flesh is quick to rot. You will lose many more apart from those who fall.
What do you mean, precisely?
Asked the Queen, her eyes narrowing, her head tilted to the side.
We should part ways in peace. There's a war on, there'll be another chance to fight. Perhaps even face one another. But not here. And not like this.
Suddenly unsure, the Queen weighed the officer's words. Their logic was sound, though they could also prove a ruse.
Your Grace,
Xavier's voice came from behind Meve's back.
we can't let them pass. They've done only harm, and they'll not stop and go home.
Now, Xavier coming to me and saying this, it already makes me take heed. Also, I'm not trying to lose Xavier. Also, I don't feel like well, yeah, I don't feel like letting them go by either. Like, fuck that.
Alas, I see things differently.
Meve said with a sly smile.
Crush you now, and I'll have fewer to fight down the line.
Facts.
You seem sure of yourself, milady.
Let me show you why. At them!
Meve gave her mount a lash of her reins and charged headlong at the commander and his force.
Short in battle. Upon receiving the order to attack, soldiers did not tear at the enemy with fierce war cries on their lips. Rather, they slumbered slowly, wading up to their knees in the boggy soup. Lyrians and Nilfgaardians alike had neared the limit of their strength, suffering from disease and moisture that soaked their bones. Nonetheless, they had to muster the strength to fight and to win. This battle only lasts one round. I'm still a little sick, guys, so if you hear my voice or you hear me clearing my throat, you know why. Order: damage an enemy by the number of your allied units. Cool. Okay. So we don't want the Scytheman. That will help, actually. We can get rid of one of you guys to try to get a drummer. There we go. I'm pretty okay with this. Fake Florin can go as well.
Will not surrender without a
Yeah,
fight.
3 drummers. I'm definitely down with that.
Wise choice.
Fuck you. But alright.
I smell a leak.
Start playing everything you want in that front row.
You mad? Don't shake that! Order!
I mean, they're up by double, but for how long? Alright, we'll play this
Left, right, left,
Prepare.
right.
for whatever else they might throw out. They got, what, 7 cards? Oh, sorry. Thought I ended the turn. And even if they do destroy the drummer, I got 2 more, so I'm not worried. And one of them is bound. I'm bound to get Reynard or Xavier. Out of 12 cards? I mean, maybe not.
Life is mine
I
now!
also have the Mandrake Root too. Yikes, they really took out the drummer. I did not expect that, to be honest. That's fine. Let us play this. Yeah. We can go.
Wise choice.
Really clearing me out. Scytheman should do well.
My
Because
spirit's willing, and how but
too strong for
down
them to
roots
kill,
are killing
honestly.
me.
If I play this next turn, I can kill both of them definitely if the fire doesn't get them. I mean, the first one, that is.
Order will triumph. It must triumph.
Yeah, Scytheman's too strong. They should have took out the Arbalist. But, yeah, let's just take them out.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Oh, I can't. Wow. Alright. It's fine. Because it has immune. That's interesting.
Praise be to the great sun!
Yikes.
Again and again and again.
Off to the front yet again.
Something wrong. Strengthen all copies of this unit in hand. Okay, alright, cool. Was that lemons I saw?
There's a time to reap, a time to
boy.
sow, and a time to die.
My pain serves a purpose.
Oh no, did not mean to do that. I mean, it'll do its job anyway, but I didn't mean to do that. All right.
Arbalist at your command. Armor won't serve.
We'll play this. Why not?
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
All right, and then. Guess I'll wait. Oh, I can't wait. All right, so we won anyway. Unless he plays another one with 70.
Scheiß! In trade!
We're good.
They spoke the truth. You show no mercy. No mercy.
Victory.
Amidst the fog and dense, gnarled forest, the battle ran its course. When the last sounds of fighting had died down, Meve was not sure who'd prevailed. Then soldiers came forth, fatigued and hurt, with smiles on their lips. She saw they were hers, and only then knew victory was hers as well. But this was no time to celebrate. She let everyone rest, then gave the order to resume the march. A great Nilfgaardian force pursued them. This most recent delay had allowed it to draw nearer.
Alright, I mean, I'm not worried. I ain't scared. Which way were we going? Alright, so yeah, we're going down and then up. Cool. Do I want to battle that? Nah, not really.
The Lyrian force had reached the very heart of Isgith. From every branch, vine and shrub hung leeches and ticks by the dozen. Swollen with blood, their abdomens glistened, glowing red in the misty air. Air so putrid it set Meve's head to spinning. She paused at a moss-covered boulder, pressed her flushed forehead against its cool surface. Her soldiers passed by, pallid, filthy, drained. She wished to say something, lift their spirits. But instead a cough rattled her breast. Suddenly, splashes all around Meve in the water, as if a rain of fist-sized drops had begun to fall. The Queen lifted her heavy gaze. Seemingly on command, ticks and leeches dropped into the warm, soupy waters, then clumsily wriggled off toward a dead alder grove. Meve knew at once what skulked behind the trees. Gurnikora, Isgith's mistress, Isgith's queen.
Weapons at the ready!
The queen roared.
Close ranks!
The Lyrians quickly converged, formed a wall of shields, and crouched behind them. Terrified, They stared as a multitude of eyes flashed open midst the branches while revolting, muck-covered beasts rose from the gurgling waters around. Meve silently uttered a prayer. Hail Melitene, great mother, maiden and crone, ever have us in your care.
So this is about to get real crazy. 110. Alright. Meve fought the compulsion to avert her eyes from the muck-covered horrors surrounding her unit. The very sight of them made her nauseous, her chest tightening, holding back a scream. In the end, with great difficulty, she raised her sword. The queen only hoped her men would not notice the trembling in her hand. Eliminate Gernakora. This battle only lasts one round. Let's see what we're doing here. Every 2 turns before turn starts, spawn a Gernakora fruit on the melee row. Whenever Gernakora fruit is destroyed, Meve discards a random card from her hand. Every 2 turns on turn start. The ally. Alright. Okay. So I can never target her.
Everyone, rally to me!
Right? Let's test that. Yeah, I can't target them. And these things... all enemies by 3.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Majesty! These parasites! They feed on her blood!
Alright.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your
So if
teeth?
I play an Arbalist,
Lyria!
I can choose her. So I want to wait for the Arbalist then.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow,
And that's how I did that. Alright. I guess we end turn. Right? And then get to 7, right? On the ranged row, draw. Okay, but on turn start, move ally. So it's gonna start a turn, it's gonna move everything up. Then I can move them back, which is good.
Getting to work.
I'm gonna get him out. I can actually use the ability now. I don't know if it's the right choice, but
How quickly the scales tip.
okay. So now, what I want to do is use this. Right? And then Alright, no, let's... Yeah. Let's just do this. I don't want to bring up the fire.
Yes, I'm on it.
Actually...
One bolt I need.
Oh, now I can't pick it? What bullshit. Oh my god, what bullshit. This is 4, right?
Give me a target.
What bullshit.
Left, right, left, right.
No more turn. How? How, Sway? Weren't they supposed to drain from her? Drain Gurnakora and not Gurnakora Mother, but that's Gurnakora. Alright. So yeah, we'll play one of these, keep it
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Okay, now she's not immune. I see.
These ghastly beasts can be slain. They can be overcome.
Okay. So, I want to move this up.
Arbalista, your command.
Hit Gurnakora, right? And then wait. Let me drain her. Okay, now what I want to do. Is play this first and foremost.
Armor won't say.
Right? Then I wanna move them, bring them down. Do the same thing. Right? These 3. Next
Remember
turn,
that
right?
unwarranted arrogance kills,
1,
slowly
2,
and
3,
insidiously.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 3 is 21. So it'll do 21 damage twice. Okay, so I just need to survive. I just need to play shit. Which is easier said than done. Okay. So let's play Raynor. Right? Hold up. Let's use you. Let's play Raynor.
Company, forward march!
And then end turn. Now I play this.
Again and again and again.
Right. Now I can technically hit her, right? Oh, beautiful. Get him out of there.
I believe it's dead.
Victory.
Of the battle in Isgith, Meve remembered very little. It seemed a nightmare, its details a haze, the sensations very real. Amidst a thick fog, she fought in a frenzy, desperately hacking at the scourge that advanced from all sides. In the end, silence fell over the swamp. Its boiling waters lay calmed. The ticks and leeches were gone, while Guernicora lay among rotting leaves, covered in blood, unmoving. But still a fearsome sight.
Burn the corpse,
Rasped the queen.
and we move on.
The soldier's eyes darted about in a series of silent glances. It took Meve a moment to realize the difficulty. They still feared it. Though the monster's lifeless body lay on the ground, they dared not go near. Were she to repeat the order, they would carry it out. Yet she did not wish to force that on them. Swallowing her own revulsion, she walked up to Guernicora's corpse and set it alight. The air soon filled with the suffocating stench of burning hair and flesh. Sparks belched out as melting fat fell on flame. Until finally, nothing was left of the bloody mistress but scorched bone. The Lyrians resumed their march towards the banks of the Yaruga. They forced their weary legs to maintain a swift pace and stole no second glance at what they'd left behind.
Guernicora trophy. That looks crazy. Is that a leech in his eye? Ugh, shit. Well, let's check it out. Number 1. Permanent resilience. Deploy. Seize a bronze enemy unit. After 6 turns on turn start, return to hand. Ah. Yeah, but am I really gonna have that many turns though? I mean, that's cool, but nah, I'm good. All right. So technically, the Witchers should split that bounty with us, cause you know we're the ones that killed it after all. I'm just saying. Could have sworn I saw an exclamation mark. But alright. Alright, next. So we're going still going up there, yeah. Give me the loot, give me the loot. 9,000 wood. Yeah, I think we can. Oh, nice. I think we can chill on the wood though for a little bit. Focus on the gold. Oh, but I have the thing in my ranks that will let me trade wood for gold. What's this?
Towering alders grow thick in Isgith, their crowns weaving an expansive canopy that obscures the sky. Any sunbeams to slip through this twisted thicket scatter in the milky mist below. Thus the marsh abides in a state of perpetual twilight, wherein a sense of time and direction are easily lost. As the force moved along, a glow appeared in the trees. The Lyrians squinted, their mouths agape in wonder. An orb hung over the water, pulsating, humming. It circled the soldiers, darted off a distance, then hovered as if waiting.
A will-o'-the-wisp, that is.
Whispered one of the footmen.
Believe it's keen to show us something.
Sure.
Meve knew the wisp could prove treacherous, lead them into a trap. Nonetheless, she followed, though not entirely certain why. Her soldiers seemed eager. She sensed they approved. Yet she was also simply curious.
We follow it. Carefully. Weapons at the ready.
Man, it's definitely gonna be a freaking fight. Treacherous glowing orbs.
As the wisp led the Lyrians down a narrow, winding path, Meve surveyed her surroundings warily. Beads of sweat emerged upon her brow. But her fears, in the end, proved unfounded, for at the path's end, the troops found what appeared to be a caravan's remains. Its wagons, rot-eaten, half buried in the bog, had sat there for decades, perhaps longer. Despite this, gilded panels and scraps of silver-threaded fabric showed they'd once been rather ornate. Inside the wagons, the soldiers discovered many steel crates. Rust-covered but intact, they contained truly dazzling treasures. Sacks bulging with gold coin, pearl-encrusted goblets, exotic velvets and silks in beads.
Blimey, the sheer amount. And here of all places.
A footman muttered under his breath. Meve quickly pieced it all together. She too had once ridden in such a caravan, splendid and laden with gold, when she'd left her home to marry. The rest of the story was not difficult to divine. This was a maiden's dowry. She and her retinue lost their way. Isgith proved their grave, unbeknownst to any other. The wisp circled Meve's party, blinked several times, then faded into thin air. The troops resumed their march, and all seemed in order. Seemed, for soon several footmen were discovered to be gone. Greed had been their ruin. They'd grabbed too much. The loot had weighed them down, and the marsh had embraced them.
So they became too heavy and sunk. Alright, cool. We out. I'm not gonna do that battle over there because I don't wanna. 10,000 wood though. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. I'm a bad Meve. Nice. Please be lots of gold. Of course not. I mean, relative to the other amount of gold I've been getting, I guess it is a lot. Did that give me anything new? Doesn't look like it. Well, alright.
In evading Nilfgaard's banners, Meve led her force into Angren's wildest reaches. The foe could not attack the Lyrians there, yet hazards of another sort befell them. One day they reached a quagmire too vast and deep to ford. So the Queen summoned her engineer, Xavier, and called on him to build a makeshift bridge. By nightfall, he had drawn up plans.
We shall start by laying abutments, then drive piles into the mire.
The depth?
We dropped plumb lines. 4 Ls.
By the plans, Meve did not see as Xavier slipped a line off his shoulder. By the time she felt it on her throat, she feared it might be too late.
I long awaited this moment, when we would be alone.
Damn.
You die now, Majesty, and with you dies Lyria's, Rivia's, the whole North's will to resist. Hail, Ketzer, hail!
What died was the Nilfgaardian rallying cry in Xavier's throat. At the last instant, Gascon and Reynard rushed in to save the warrior queen, and thus proved their loyalty beyond any doubt.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
There was no answer, but Reynard could hear her breathe. Meve would live. It was several hours later when Meve finally came to. She opened her eyes, then Gascon and Reynard helped her to her feet.
Xavier. Lemons, you son of a bitch. I trusted you. Maybe even a little more than the rest of them. Damn, dog. Another great, like, top-notch card.
Careful,
gone.
Your Majesty.
I should have been more careful earlier. Damn it. If you two hadn't...
No need for words. You needn't mention it.
I couldn't disagree more. We're due for a long conversation. First of all, I owe you thanks. Second, my trust in you both has been heavily tarnished. I believe that goes without saying. Yet today you proved beyond all doubt that I can rely on you. So I thank you.
To serve under your banner, Majesty, it is an honor.
Oh, okay, okay. You know, I'll take it. We lost Xavier, but Reynard just got upgraded. That's
Likely
gotta
I'd have
take
put it
that.
differently, but Reynard seems to have the right idea.
Very well. We've reassured ourselves of admiration for one another enough. We've matters to which we must attend. I trust as I lay there dead to the world, you did not sit about with your thumbs up your bums. Have you at least learned why Xavier betrayed us, sided with the Empire?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Your Grace, the rogue who lunged at you, in truth, was one Gwent ep Wynoch, a Nilfgaardian spy.
What about his horrible scar? How did you ascertain this? He saved my life in Mahakam. Did he, or did he save his own life? I mean...
But
yeah, what's that?
we found him in the rubble at Rosberg, midst the ashes.
Precisely what placed him beyond suspicion.
We suspect Walter enlisted with the Edanians some years past, infiltrated that army.
He had a hand in Rosberg's defense. Then, when the time was right, he lent that same hand to its demise. Caused an explosion that tore a hole through its walls. It worked, but at a price. He suffered severe burns. If not for our medics, he'd have...
Stop. So it was not elves who brought about the fort's fall as he claimed?
A filthy lie to stoke the fires of racial hatred, to stir conflict and chaos and rage that would make the realm of Edirn waver and fall.
If we're to judge by Rayla's actions, he was rather successful.
Bastard. Yet even so badly hurt, in such pain, not for a moment did he drop his mummer's act.
I've heard much of Nilfgaardian spies, Your Grace. They're trained from childhood, face constant indoctrination. They do anything for the Emperor, anything and everything. As soon as Gwalter spotted a chance to join our ranks, to be at your side, he took it, exploited it ably.
To be brief, I've traitors all about me.
Your Grace, you resent our actions, I understand, but...
You, Willem, the Cad Caldwell, Gascon, Gabor, finally Xavier. Tell me how. How am I to trust anyone?
You can't. Amongst all the realms in the north, you're Nilfgaard's sole rival. One remaining threat. All other rulers either soundly defeated and enchained, or tails tween their legs, they've donned Nilfgaard's leash. The Black-Clads will do all to destroy you, if not upon the field, then in secret, with an assassin and a quick, sharp blade.
What's left? Prayer. Melitele too is sure to turn and take Nilfgaardian gold sooner or later. Ugh. We've talked enough. We must form up. Move on.
Majesty, you ought to rest. You stand swaying. Your step can't be too sure.
Only my horse needs step true.
Meve, you've just about had the life chopped out of you. No time to play the hero.
I'm not Gascon. Quite the opposite, actually. These damn swamps, they terrify me. I wish to get the hell out and never, ever look back.
The Aruga lies near. I sent scouts ahead. They've secured a barge. We can sail to Red Lobington.
Splendid. Sound the horns. We march.
Well, alright. We lost Xavier, or Xavier, as I was pronouncing it. And we gained an upgraded, what is he gonna get upgraded? Whatever. An upgraded Reynard. Deploy. Give one charge to units with depleted order abilities. Loyal repeat the jeez. Okay, better than Xavier. Alright. Oh, we need one more card. Let us yeah, why not? Why not? Let's throw Wagenberg in there. Oh, not too far. Lovely. desperately needed this. Fast travel, nice. Give me the loot, give me the loot. Yeah, fuck it.
Sandflies and mosquitoes blanketed Meve's face and neck. She did not bother to brush them away. She'd been in Angren long enough to know more would come in their place.
Your Majesty,
Reynard called from behind.
our scouts have returned. We've a large force of Blackclads on our tail, infantry and horsemen, and they draw nearer.
Blast!
Meve wiped away the sweaty hair stuck to her brow.
What say you, Reynard? Shall we give them a fight?
We're but a few miles from the river, where a barge awaits. It makes no sense to battle now.
Though near her strength's end, Meve stepped up her pace. She could not wait to stand upon a barge deck and leave Angren's infernal bogs behind. Alas, in place of the promised vessel, they found only severed moorings.
No! No, it can't be!
Suddenly, Meve drove her fist into the trunk of the nearest tree. Fortunately, a soft and rotted one.
This isn't so!
Your Grace, have mercy. I stepped away but for a spell,
Croaked a scout, pale as a ghost.
and thieves jumped out the underbrush. Fell upon it. Whole band of them. A white-hair warrior, a minstrel, and a lass what had a bow.
Well, is that all?
Interrupted Gascon.
No vampire sat upon an ass with no saddle? You cocked up, man, damn it. Meve, what now?
The Queen turned back towards the swamp. Between the trees, she glimpsed a golden sun glimmering upon a banner.
We shall discuss that later,
Said the Queen, drawing her sword.
provided we survive.
That's funny because a white-haired warrior, right? A minstrel, if that means like a magic, I'm looking it up right now. A medieval singer or musician, especially one who sang or recited lyric or heroic poetry to a musical. So that could have been Geralt, the girl, I forget her name, and Bard. Anyways, and so rather than board the barge, Meve mounted her horse. Furious with her misfortune, she clenched her jaw and led a charge against the enemy. Should I ever come upon those thieves, she thought, I will have my vengeance. Story battle, shortened battle. This battle only lasts one round. Alright, perfect 2 cards played, draw a card. Great. So, right when I get well, order ability, guys, this happens. Alright, so what I want really I want another fire dude. That's what I really want. We'll keep cycling. Yes, beautiful. I think we're gonna have to roll the dice on that.
Everyone, rally to me! Drive them back!
So first thing we do.
I smell a leak.
Wise choice.
Next thing we do actually is play this.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
He's gonna throw another card down there. Perfect. Which is kind of just what I wanted. So now we Azura strength them. Alright, and even though it'll boost them up, we shit. So now there's one less. Alright. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Nice. Huh. Perfect. Actually. Alright, that's cool. That's good and dandy. Because now we set fire to that back.
You mad? Don't shake that! Life is mine now.
Okay, so he's done. Well, he's gonna be done. But they don't have any of those motherfuckers that get stronger, so we'll do the damage now when we can. Nice. We'll also move that up, that's 5, and that's 6. So that's not enough. Oh, but it's enough to weaken. Alright, so yeah, we'll do that. Move that up. We'll play this.
Arbalist at your command.
Do that, and then we'll boost you. Just in case we need you. Beautiful. Alright, 48-5. Okay, that's a problem, so we get rid of that, but not yet.
Left, right, left, right.
I should have been played the second too.
Wise choice.
So play
This artist will be reaping black-clad
use
heads.
the order ability. Dragonburg's kind of useless right now, but that's fine. Use it. Hopefully it kills the arbalist in the back. No. Oh, yes. Nice. Flame should, yep, take off his shield. So maybe we can just straight up kill it.
I'm a won't say.
Okay. 2074.
Nice Tedatu.
I don't have any more order abilities, but I can take this. Actually, boost him. Okay, 85-13. That's as much of a mission as I could ask for right now. That's it. The rest is up to the fates. 95-23.
Hail,
5 cards. catch up quite quickly. Especially if I'm drawing fucking cards. Fire, that's its job, which it is. Looks like it is. You just keep drawing cards though.
El Herzer.
Let's play that last card. Bullshit. Come on. Down. Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's it, right? Woohoo!
Your grace.
Got him.
That was but their vanguard.
Yeah, I hate those motherfuckers that get stronger with the orders. That's what that's my deck is built on. Victory.
Near the battle's end, Meve faced a black-clad officer. Nimbly dodging his strike, she countered. The Queen's sword sank deep, the hilt rattling his breastplate. A rush of hot blood covered Meve's hands. The winged helmet toppled from the officer's head, exposing a sweaty face, gasping for breath. Before the Queen stood a ruddy-haired boy with long eyelashes. He was Willem's age, perhaps a bit older. His body slumped, then disappeared beneath the malodorous foam atop the murky waters. Meve cast away her sword as if it had burned her hand.
Majesty, what is it? Are you hurt?
Reynard said, rushing to her side.
No, I'm not. It's fine. Give the order to march. With no barge, we must walk to Red Lobington along the riverbank.
Your Majesty, we must tend to the wounded. Use the rest of the day, I wager.
We ain't time enough for that.
Interjected Gascon.
That was but the vanguard sent in pursuit to slow us down. And even so, they outnumbered us 2 to 1. What happens when the main force arrives? We must flee. Now.
And abandon the injured, to bleed to death in the mud.
Alas, Reynard, yes. Unless you'd rather we stayed and died with them.
Give the medics time to adjust the soldiers' wounds. Abandon the injured and march immediately. Nah, we'll give them time.
Gascon is right. Should Nilfgaard close the distance between us, we'll stand little chance.
Whew. At least you've the sense to...
But I would sooner perish than let my men rot in this accursed swamp. The medics will tend to all the wounded. Then, what will be, will be.
I tell you what'll be.
Snarled Gascon.
Ep die, he'll take a butcher's hook and gut you. Then hang you from Lyria capital's walls. Yet, if this be your wish...
Meve waited for the medics to sew the last stitch, tie off the last bandage. Only then did she order her force to move out. At the column's end, upon stretchers, lay those without the strength to walk, consumed by fever, dazed or unconscious, dying. Fatigued and laden with the wounded, the Lyrians moved slow as molasses. Soon, Nilfgaard's forward elements had caught up. The Blackclads nipped at the Lyrians' tail with arrow volleys from the cover of trees and occasional forays by cavalry. They were in no hurry. They could torment their foes, weaken their spirit before the final clash.
I mean... we survived. Come on. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. We've been going for quite a while. Drop a like on the video if you liked it, dislike it if not, subscribe to the channel for more Thronebreaker content. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think of Xavier Lemon's bitch ass betraying us. But other than that, I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.